Hello and welcome. Today I have with me player for Ascent Esports, the newest addition to TMCL lineup, Arthaniir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, this interview is a little overdue, but I'm glad that we have this opportunity to look back at your stage one of Trackmania Warfare. It definitely started on a high note with a win in the first EU regional. Tell me, with what expectations you guys went into this season, and was that win exactly what you were aiming for, or maybe you hoped for maybe just scoring top four or top eight?
We definitely were aiming for top one, but weren't sure because we didn't train as much as we would have liked. But the result was definitely worth it and what we expected. So that's good. Um, but we didn't expect to have such a hard bracket. I
Mhm.
don't know if you remember or if you have it, but we went against Arctic Raptors first in the quarterfinals, and then against Mint, who were maybe top three of the duos, and then Matus. So
Yeah.
we were pretty afraid of the day two of the regional, but we managed a good run.
And I think it was a great start, but unfortunately, it took a downward trajectory in the next two regionals, going not even day two in the third one. So, what was going wrong going forward there? Like, why weren't you able to replicate the success of the first one?
Well, since we won the first one, we weren't as focused for the next ones, and we really didn't play matchmaking, which is really important for the seeding. So we went against good teams. Even in the second regional, we went again against Arctic Raptors in the day one. We managed to win, but in the quarterfinals, we went against Matus. Um, so these were difficult matchups. They were really hungry for the win. We didn't prepare as much, even though we still played a lot. Um, and we didn't really play well. So that was a bit disappointing because, of course, we wanted the back-to-back win. But since we won the first regional, that the result weren't um, so important.
And after those three regionals, we're going into the promotion relegation. The public had two favorites to advance, Exalty and Ferox, previously Serotonin. You
Yes, I saw
guys,
them a lot. I checked the comments a lot, and I was maybe expecting to see Ascent, but we were never
yeah,
mentioned.
that's
So.
exactly what I was going for. Like, you guys have been overlooked a little in those predictions. I myself kind of forgot because of those two regionals that went after the first one. Do you think it was justifiable that you guys were so missed out on, and how did that affect your mental?
That didn't affect my mental because during the last two regional, we were already focusing on the hard maps, on the up and down maps. So we knew we weren't ready for the regionals, but for the up and down, we knew that we were ready. Maybe not so on the easy maps, but we knew we had the pace. And it's true that Ferox, we didn't see ourselves beating Ferox, but
Mhm.
we didn't play against them. But I'm glad we won again. We won against Exalty. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, this tournament brought a new difficulty not only with the two defending teams from TMCL, but also with five maps in their full form. And you've said that you guys were already practicing the harder versions, right? Before. So how was it not that hard to actually adjust to them in the end for the tournament, or was it actually some sort of hurdle that stumped you a little bit?
No. Some maps were hard to play because, for example, reps is a map that we really struggled on. We played on every match. I think we played the map, and we won just one time. This was a really hard map, but Sleepy Slide, and Freestyle were good maps. Definitely, our ban has always been slow down, so that cut one hard map out of the way. And the last map was, I kind of forgot which was the map. Back and forth. That I was good in practice, but back and forth in rounds is very difficult. So yes, some map, so reps and back and forth were really hard to adjust, really hard. But Sleepy and Freestyle, we proved that we played well on those maps.
Going a little bit on the maps forward, like how do you feel with having to play only the harder versions now in the stage 2, and your like opinion on the stage 2 maps also?
I'm really happy to play hard maps. I struggle to play easier maps because they are more pace oriented, maybe, since they are simpler. I really like identities in general. I'm more. I started playing the game on RPG maps, LOL maps, trial maps, ZRT maps. So I'm really. I think I'm good on identities, and not so on mixed maps. And the maps, what I see on the maps, I've not played all of them, but I really like the maps. I think they are a big upgrade from the stage one.
All right. Coming back a little bit to the promotion relegation, I think the tournament was going pretty much as expected for you guys. You guys have beat Arctic Raptors for the nth time. You guys,
Yes.
you guys lost to Easy Dream, then beat I think Mint, Foot and Glorious Esports, uh, and then again Arctic Raptors again. You guys
Yes,
beat them,
that's
and that was expected until you guys met Exalty. And to be honest, I didn't believe that you guys would win this match. Like, I don't think most of the viewers thought that, because Exalty was the favorite. So you guys
yes.
proved, I mean, everybody wrong with this match. 4-2 victory. So what was the feeling like of not only advancing to TMCL but also doing that by beating this tournament favorite?
I definitely knew we could beat them. Um, a lot of maps were on our side, so I knew we had at least two maps. We were for sure winning two maps. Um, we played Sleepy and Flip of Fate, I think, if I'm correct. And then on the easier maps, that was harder, but we still played well. Thanks to Xerar mainly. I didn't play as I would have liked, um, but we managed to I don't remember the score, but I think these were very close on the last maps, and we managed to win the last two maps. It went from 2-1 for Exalty to 4-2, so we were really happy with that comeback. Maybe.
And maybe not finishing with the win, but still advancing. Uh,
So that was a really tiring match, because I have to say, relegations are really tiring. Um, I think every player that went to the semifinals were really tired because all the match are intense. At least even day one we played the the least good team that we played were Foot on the paper, and they were still really good. So every match was tiring, and the finals were more of a show match. So we tried pushing a bit the pace.
and remembering all of those intense matches and all of the rivals you have met along the way to that promotion, like who do you think might be next in line to promote to TMCL, and who do you think might be the team that gets replaced for after stage 2?
Ferox, of course, is the favorite. Everyone was surprised by by them losing to Mint in the quarterfinals. But I see all the teams now in TMCL playing really well. I think Easy Dream will bounce back from their stage 1 performances, and BS Plus as well, because I know there are studies take a lot of place in Trackmania, and I know that Glast will play much more than he did in stage 1. And for all the other teams, I think they were already prepared, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And to maybe get to know your team, Ascent, a little bit better, how would you describe Ascent's playstyle?
So I think when we're on our maps, it's really hard to play against us because we don't choke much, and when we choke, we aren't two to choke. It's either I choke, Xerar is first, Xerar chokes, I'm first. But on maps that we don't play well, we usually get bit by a lot. So, for example, reps, we were always losing maybe 10-4, 10-3. So I think that our play style is very dependent on the maps, and that we are really consistent on our map picks.
All right.
And that it depends on the other map picks.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us how did that duo of yours come to be? I mean, how did that happen that you and Xerar teamed up for this stage?
Well, we played in the 2019 ZRT Cup. That was a duo format. We went along well, so we decided to. We would have liked to play the 2022 ZRT Cup too, but he was on vacation, so he couldn't. But he told me that he was really trying to go to TMCL. I was as well, so we decided to team up, and as you can see, that went well.
Mm-hmm. You guys are in TMCL, and it definitely is shaping up to be a quite competitive field. Like, who are you most excited to face during stage 2?
Honestly, I think that of course the two favorites are Attacks and Sprout, but I think that the level is pretty even. Everyone is good, so I'm afraid of every match that we're going to play. We will have to be very focused, and yes, that's gonna be a hard stage, I think.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think you can accomplish in the rest of the season with Xerar?
Realistically, we can aim for top 4, I think, but we can also that will really depend on how things shape. But I think top 4 is what we should aim.
All right. And unfortunately, you guys are missing out on the All Stars. Ferox took the spot with the 2 regional wins. But since you have like no attachment to the winner spot, like, could you say like who do you think? What are your predictions? Who do you think can win it all? And maybe who do you think is like a dark horse, something like that? Some predictions from you.
In TMCL,
All Stars, All Stars next
All
week.
Stars. As I've heard, I think I'm going for maybe G1 or ITB that will try their hardest. It depends on the points, I think, because will every TMGL team try hard? Because there are things that they might not want to show on maps.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's really hard to say. It will really play around who wants the point for the World Cup. So I would say G1, ITB. I don't know if BDS and Solari will really try hard. I have no idea. So of course there are the favorites if they try hard, but I don't know.
All right, that's interesting. And yeah, thank you for the interview. Do you have any short message for the fans?
I hope you will follow us during the stage 2, and we'll try our best.
And to all the viewers, you can find all the links to Arthaniir's socials in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed, I invite you to leave a like and subscribe for more interviews in the future. Thank you very much.